Hello everyone and welcome to my coloring corner. Today is Fun Stuff Friday and we've got some pencil fun stuff. The first thing I'm going to show you is something that I didn't show you yesterday because it came in yesterday after my video. And it's an Obos colored pencil case and it holds all 200 Obos colored pencils. I did find one tiny problem with it, and that's why the pencils are all in with their tips sticking up, and that's the factor of the, as you can see, the holders are a little bit different sizes. They're not uniform. So some pencils fit really tight, some pencils fit really loose. So for carrying purposes and whatnot, just make sure that you put your colored pencils in with the bottoms facing down. The top will protect the tops, but because they are loose, you don't want them bashing up and down in the case. So these pages come out, so you can take out the center pages here, but it fits all 200 pencils in one cute little case and makes it all nice and easy to carry. And it's got the name on it, so I don't even have to, put a name on it because it's already named. Yay! And I just thought it was cute. And they have them on for sale on AliExpress for less than $18. So I figured for a 200 slot case, that's pretty good, whether I used it for the Obos or not. But yeah, and it's got a little pocket in the front to hold your blender pencils and your things like that. It does up there. And it's got a good handle. It's got a really good handle here. So yeah, so that was one thing that came in yesterday afternoon after I did my video. So I wanted to show you that after I put all the pencils in it. Now for the fun stuff. These are Indra Creative Professional Colored Pencil Set. This is, they say 48 plus 6. So that's plus 12. So it's 60 colors in all. It also comes with a really, really good pencil sharpener. This sharpener is really, really nice for a small handheld pencil sharpener. So we'll be looking at those. We'll also be looking at the Indra Creative Professional Color Set. This is 36 colors of macaron pastel colors. These ones are square and these ones are not. Both have a nice black barrel. None of them have their name or numbers on them, so you will have to go through and number all your pencils if you're able to get these. Currently these are unavailable. The 48 colors I do believe are still available, but they're going quickly, so if you do want to purchase them, you might want to do that soon. They do have their own website as well, and you can of course go to their website and see where else they're available. But currently I think they're only available on Amazon. They also have a Facebook page as well as a Twitter, and I think Instagram as well. So, just go to their website. I'll list their website in the About section below. And, go to Amazon, take a look with the links I'll leave below. And if you're not able to get them through Amazon, maybe contact Indra and find out when they're going to be available, if they're coming back to Amazon, and so forth. But first we're going to do a swatch. I'm going to show you the swatch of all of these combined. So it will be a little bit longer than a normal swatch because I'm going to put little cards and whatnot, but it's only about 5 minutes. So grab your cup of coffee, your glass of water, whatever you're drinking at the moment, and just sit back and relax, and we will do some swatching. Okay, so that wasn't so bad. So we've got two different sets of Indra pencils here. We've got the Macaron square set and the Indra Creative. And now with the Indra Creative are also some double or dual pencils where there's two different colors in one pencil, which is really kind of cool. And there are 6 of those. So we've got the Indra macaron here, and we'll take a look at the swatches here. And we've got some lovely pinks into some really good light skin tones, into some, a peachy colors, into some yellows, and some really, really light pinks. I think those should be up there. Into some more yellows, into some greens, and then we have a really nice selection of blues here too, and a gorgeous selection of purples. Now down below the macarons I have the end of the swatching. You would have seen these ones, and these are the 2-in-1s. That's these pencils here, and these ones here are actually even labeled. So this one here is colors neon. So this one is these 2 colors here. This one here also says colors neon on the pencil, and it's these 2 colors here. Now the metallic ones, which are these ones all down here, all say colors metallicos on it. These are made in Mexico, and oh, that's a colors neon too. That shouldn't be there. That should be here. So there's 3 neons and 3 metallics. So this one here is also a neon. Okay, so that's the macaron ones. And here we have the Indra Creative. These are just the basic colors. I have 49 here because for some reason I have 49 swatches. And I just counted the pencils to make sure that I am not hallucinating. And I was. There's only 48. I must have duplicated a pencil. I must have grabbed a pencil twice and duplicated a pencil somewhere along the line. Probably this one. So I will be going through and re-swatching because yeah, I'm messed up. So we've got some lovely yellows into some peachy tones, into our oranges, into our reds, some really nice little pinks there, into the purples, some wonderful blues. It has a huge selection of blue, and then some greens. It's got a good selection of greens for trees and whatnot for leaves, into some browns. And like I said, somewhere along this line I probably swatched one color twice, and I think it's these 2. Um, Yesterday was a long, hot day. And then we go into our grays, our black, and our metallic silver and gold. And those are our swatches. Now, let's talk about the pencils, because I don't know if it was the heat of the day or if these pencils are so soft that yeah, that they just cream. They're really, really soft pencils. Now, like I said, I don't know if it was the heat of the day or if they're just really soft. If they are as soft as they felt yesterday, they're softer than Prismas. So I've got my Prismas out, and we're going to do a bit of a comparison on the back side of one of these sheets. Let's do it on the back side of the one I messed up, because I'm going to have to re-swatch it anyway. So I'm going to do a comparison between a Prismacolor pencil and one of the Creatives, as well as one of the macarons. And we'll see if they're as soft or as squishy as they were yesterday. Like I said, it was hot in my house yesterday when I was trying to swatch these. So I am not absolutely sure that it wasn't just the heat of the day. So it's cooled down a bit today, but we've got a Prisma blue there. So let's grab a, I'm trying not to drop my Prismas all over the place. Okay, so there's a Prisma blue, then we have a macaron blue, and let's grab this one here. I think is pretty close to it. I don't know why I'm trying to match up the colors. I'm trying to match up the I'm trying to decide whether the lead, the core is as soft as Prismas. So I'm going to switch you on over to the close-up camera here so you can get a good look of what's going on. All right, so we've got the Prisma, we've got the Indra Macaron, and we've got the Indra Creative. So I'm going to sharpen them. And they sharpen like a dream too. And I'm going to sharpen my Prisma. I'm always scared to sharpen the Prismas. And the way that sharpened, it still feels really soft. So it sharpens way better than a lot of pencils that are the same price point. Oh. Nope, my sharpener says nope, I don't want to sharpen that one. It's already sharp enough. Alright, so I've got them all sharpened to the same point. All got a good point on them. Alright, so this one is the Prisma. And I'm going to do it hard just so I can see that point. See how squished that point is? And that's from giving it, and that's just a medium. That wasn't a full hard either. And the Prisma just squished, which I expected. So that's Prisma. Let's put a P next to it. Now we're going to do the macaron. Oop, I pressed too hard. Now this is a little bit stiffer than it was yesterday, so it definitely was a bit of the heat, but it's still very, very, very soft. I broke it, so it's not really able to tell, other than the fact that, you know, it broke. Now these ones, the macarons weren't as soft. However, these ones were. So I'm just going to do a medium, the same way I did the Prisma. Now they're feeling a little bit stiffer today. So I'm pretty sure it was just the heat in the house. But if you look at it, it's squished just like the Prisma was. So these are just as soft as Prismas. They are a wax-based core, and they're just wonderful looking pencils. They cover like a dream. They do have a tendency to dust if you're using too much pressure, the same as Prismas do. So let's take the Prisma blue here, and we're just going to go into that other blue, and we're just going to see if we can blend them together. Alright, now let's grab this. Dust that all off, then let's see if I can find my Prisma blender. That is one I normally keep out for wax pencils, but I don't know if I put it away or not. when I cleaned off my desk. I really should stop cleaning off my desk. I lose all sorts of things when I clean off my desk. There it is. Okay, so this is the Prisma Premier blender. And they blend really nicely. So they will play nice with the Prismas, and they are just as soft as the Prismas. They're very, very lovely pencils. So now we're going to color with them. I just wanted to see if they were as soft as the Prismas, because they felt softer than Prismas last night. So the conclusion of that, what I've concluded from that, I should say, is be careful with the heat, because you'll end up smushing your pencils. All right, so we colored this one here with the Arteza markers. So I think we're going to color this one here with the Indra. Let's use a little bit of each. So let's grab this light orange here. So that's what, 1, 2, 3, 4. Number 8. And I have not numbered these yet, so yeah, I'm having to count. Now I'm just putting in the little bit of light orange here. I don't like the way I'm sitting. I'm having to color backwards, which is odd to me. I have done a bunch of yard work this morning, as well as put up the video from the Arteza surprise video, because I forgot that I even had them. I knew I had them, I blanked it out, or I just became a mindless individual when I was doing my video, because it was like half an hour after I posted my video, and I thought, wait a minute, I was missing something. What was I missing? Oh yeah. So yeah, that happened. But it's all good. You guys got to see the video. You guys got to see the 144 markers, and now you get to see these wonderful, wonderful Mexican pencils if I don't throw them all over the house. I hit the camera with it. Isn't that just a joy? All right, now we're going to grab a darker orange from the creative side. And I'm just going to give it a sharpen, because like I said, yesterday they were very, very soft. So just doing the swatching, squish them. Another thing I'll let you know is these are definitely one of those pencils that does need to be sharpened to get the best production out of them, the best results with them. They are pre-sharpened and they say that they're ready to go, but I found that they were a whole lot smoother after I sharpened them. The greens do seem to have a bit of grit in them, so they're a little bit, what's the word? A little bit scratchy. But other than that, I'm just surprised with them. And I'm surprised that I can use them as well as I have been, because me and soft pencils don't normally get along. So the fact that I'm actually, enjoying using them is surprising to me too. So for all of you out there that are heavy-handed with pencils, make sure that you gently lay your, let's see if I can turn that down a bit. Yeah, there we go. So I'm gonna brighten that picture a bit. The sun has moved a bit, so now it's not as bright as it was earlier. So I'm just gonna brighten that up a bit. So as you can see, I am using the tan cardstock, and this color just pops right out on it, which is awesome. So now I'm going to take a lighter color and color him in. So I need a nice tan color. And that one is in the yeah, so we need this one. And I'm going to sharpen it up. And I'm going to check my focus. It's either my glasses are dirty or my focus is out. I think my glasses are dirty. Huh. Okay, so the focus works. There, that's a bit better. Alright. So I'm just going into some of the orange with the light brown. And I'm leaving areas that I'm going to do white. But I'm barely touching the paper, and you can see how much color is coming off this pencil. And it is still pretty soft, so, and it's not that hot in here today. Not as hot as it was yesterday afternoon when I was swatching them. Okay, so we've got some brown going on there. Now we're going to take our orange again. I'm just going to darken that up a bit and bring those two colors together. And then we're going to take our white and we're going to do his little face. And here on his leg, as well as back here. Also going to do his stripes white. And as you can see on the tan paper, the white just stands out so nicely. Okay, And we're going to take some pink, some pretty pink. We're going to use a macaron pink because it's got some really good light pinks in it. And I think we're going to use this one. And we're just going to do a little bit of pink in his ear. There we go. Now he's on a bit of a cushion there, so we're going to take our double one here. Now this is a neon, doubled neon, so let's see if I can keep things in my hand. My goodness. So I sharpen it up, and then we're going to put some contrasting neons down on the cushion. So I'm going to do the light first. Now this one here is one of the ones that was feeling a little bit gritty when I was swatching them. And I think it's just because the pigment is harder than the wax, and because it was so hot in my house yesterday, the wax was very melted where the pigment wasn't, so it became scratchy. Alright, shake you up a little bit, and then we're just going to put in the dark neon on the opposite side of the pencil. So as you can see, there's that side of the pencil and then this side of the pencil. So I'm using the same pencil, just the opposite color. Just put in the shadows for the kitty cat's bum. Put in his butt shadow and his paws. Just be careful when you're doing things like this, because you're going to have a tendency to want to push a little bit harder. Don't do it. I'm quite heavy-handed sometimes because I really want to see that color right away, and sometimes you just have to be patient, and I tell myself that all the time, and I still mush pencils. So I will tell you to be patient and that sort of thing, and then I will tend not to be patient myself. So don't follow what I do, follow what I say. I tell my kids that all the time because they're always, well, Mom, you. And it's like, no, no, no. Just do as I say, not as I do. When you're an adult, you can do the same thing with your kids. Don't worry about what I do, worry about what you do. But I am learning gradually, but I am learning to gently put down my color and to layer. It's just taken me a long time because I use that, especially with wax pencils. I don't know why, but with wax pencils I am very heavy-handed. Alright, so I've got the macaron color here. I'm just putting a couple of, filling in those dots with some yellow, a really pale, pale yellow. And then we're going to move down to the books. Let's use a couple of these pretty blues. So this as well is a macaron. So this will be the lighter color. And once again, I gotta remind myself to lift up the pencil because I'm meshing it. It's very simple to end up mashing that pencil in, that's for sure. Alright, so now we're going to take this one that we were just using with the Prisma from the Creative set, the regular ones. But yeah, I can see why the Spanish communities, Spanish coloring community are raving about these pencils. And I am so glad that somebody asked me to review them because they're really nice. I saw the package and went, yeah, maybe. But, you know, for the budget, because they're not horribly expensive. They have no information on them whatsoever. And even on the website, they do have their own website. But even on the website itself, I was a little bit disappointed to see that there wasn't a lot of information about the pencils at all, or any of the other products. They just said that that's what they made. But there's not a whole lot of information on what they're made with and that sort of thing. I had to do some research in and read through some of the some of the oh, well, that's cool. Okay, so my pencil broke, but it's glued in. So it may have broken during shipping, but the cores are glued in. As you can see, there's the glue on there with the bit of wood stuck to it. So that's really interesting as well, the fact that they have a glued core. So that if they do break, you may not have to worry about it until you try to get past that break. And well, that's really kind of cool because I was when I got them in, like I said yesterday, the people in customs and that sort of thing were not very nice to them. So they were beaten up pretty good. They were dumped all over the place and beaten up, and it was just a horrible mess. So I was really, really horrified when I opened them and saw the mess that they were in, and really surprised that none of the pencils themselves none of the tips were broken off. And now I know why. Because they're glued in. Which is cool. Now I'm using the gold. And it's a nice gold. It's a nice light gold color. It's a little bit more brown than I like, but it definitely covers and gives you that gold feel. More of an antique gold than a yellow gold. It's very nice. And once again, they just feel like butter. Yeah, I'm still, just in awe of how smooth these are. Like this is how soft it was last night. See how it's just smashed? It's just smushed. It's got an edge, like it's got a dimple to it. So I'm going to use a red. Trying to use as many colors on here as possible so that you can see as many of the colors as possible. Now I showed you all of the colors in the swatch on white cardstock, and this is done on a tan cardstock. Which is really kind of cool. Now I'm going to use this dark purple here just for contrast. Just remember to layer, 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 and it'll be fine. I'm surprised on how smooth these move. Alright, so let's move on to the greens here and do some of these leaves. I gotta figure out what colors I want to do the rest of the books. Plants are easy. I know what colors to do those. Books, not so much. Okay, so just putting the light green down, and then we'll grab maybe our, yeah, there's a couple of good dark greens in there too. So this is just out of the creative set, the regular ones, not the macaron. And like I said, you just gotta be gentle with them. It's not even be gentle, just you barely have to touch the paper and the color is right there. And it's like, wow. So I'm just going through and just putting a base coat of light green, and then we'll build from that. And I'm doing that on all the leaves all the way through. And I shouldn't have done that. Let's see how well these erase. Because I just put green on a flower. And they don't erase too badly. Let's see, where's my brush? And put you back into, there you go, so you can see what I'm doing. Alright. And then of course we'll go in with our darker colors and give them some dimension. And that sort of thing. Now I don't know why, but my camera really does not like green. I had this problem with the Artezas as well. The close-up camera, as you can probably see here, does not like to see that dark green color. It's very weird. Or light green color, I mean. Does the dark green just fine. And I left some leaves open over here on purpose from the video earlier, because I want to see how well these go over marker as well. So I left some leaves open just so that we could play with them. Add a bit of colored pencil to them and see how well this goes over over marker. And it should go over just fine, but sometimes the marker base doesn't mix well with the colored pencil base. Now the artisan markers are dry because I've did those like an hour or so ago. So, well, I guess it's 2 hours ago now. And then I went and mowed the lawn because I needed to do it before it got too hot in the backyard. So we'll see how they react with dry marker, because unfortunately I didn't think of it earlier when I put the markers down. I thought about it, but I didn't think about it drying. You know, when I laid it down, I thought, ooh, I can do this with that. And did not think, ooh, it's going to dry before then. All right, so let's see how it does. And of course, it glides right over it. Not a problem whatsoever. Now, with a wet marker, with that alcohol in it, it might work differently because of the breakdown of the binder, because alcohol will break down the binder a bit. And yeah, they're not as soft as they were yesterday, and I'm kind of really happy about that. That it was a heat issue in my house, not the fact that these are so soft that you glance at them with a stern glare and they melt. Um, but yeah, they're working really nicely now. So, and it's not that they weren't working nicely yesterday. It's just I was scared I was going to mash the heck out of them. All right, so we're going to do pinks for our flowers. So I'm going to take some pinks and we're going to use some from the basic set and then some from the macaron set, and we'll make these some lovely pink flowers. Alright, so we're gonna increase the brightness there so you can actually see what I'm doing. Alright, so I'm just gonna go around to the outer edges. You know, those areas that are going to be darker because of the other petals and movement of the other flowers and that sort of thing. And then we're just going to go in a touch from that with this. Now the only problem with these is that they're so small. Getting a lot of different colors on them can be difficult. But we will try. We will give it a good old college try, that's for sure. Okay. Concentration. enjoying these pencils. Alright, so let's grab a really light pink from the pastel set. So I think I want... yeah, this one. Nope, this one. Well, these one. And we're just going to smoosh it all around. Blend it all together. That's pretty much the thing with these pencils is they smoosh. Just like the Prismas. They smoosh. Like smoosh. Done. They're smooshy pencils. Then I'm just going to go back through with this medium pink and just extend out those areas a bit more. Okay, and that's one side of our flowers. And then we're going to take this one and we're going to do the other side. Okay. And then we're going to take our medium. We're just going to give a bit of oomph to the dark there. And then we're going to blend it all together with the macaron pink. Just like that. Alright, so we're going to put this one back. And then we're going to put these ones back. Hopefully in the right order. It doesn't really matter because I'm going to re-swatch them all anyway. And then we're going to take our fluorescent pink. So we've got the fluorescent pink and the fluorescent blue here. So I'm going to sharpen that up. We're going to take this fluorescent pink and we're just going to fill in the berries. On there. And then we're going to take the fluorescent blue and we're going to color this book fluorescent blue. With a nice metallic green in the leafing. Now I'm just doing this very, very, very quickly and very gently. I will go back through and, layer up the color. But because these are so soft, I don't want to put too much pressure on them because they will smoosh. They smoosh. It's such a cool word. It's so fun to say. Smoosh. I know I've lost my brain. It's all good. I understand. Alright, and put a bit of that hot pink in there. Just because I like the color. Then we're going to take our metallic green and we're just going to do the leafing. This band here. And that band there. Now we're going to go to our ivory creamy colors. Let's see. Yeah, so it's this one that I want for this book. And we're going to take our fluorescent orange. This is going to be bright. It's a bright pile of books. And we're just going to do the cover. And then we're going to do a fluorescent yellow with gold, I think, because we already got some gold on there. Maybe fluorescent yellow and silver. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to color the whole thing. Then I'm going to take the silver, maybe, if I can get it out. Oh, I've moved you out of screen. Sorry, guys. And we're just going to do some metallic lines. And there we have it. And there is our cute little kitty kitty on the books. Let's take our blending pencil and blend a few of those areas out a little bit. These do not seem to need a lot of blending. I do not see a lot of the cardstock coming through those colors. So this step isn't necessary unless you find that you want it really, really smooth, or you're not seeing a blend complete properly and you don't want to add any more color, that sort of thing. But using the blending pencil also sometimes makes it a little bit brighter as well and brightens up those colors because it fills in the white spot. Now, because I'm using a tan Um, Cardstock is not really an issue because the tan is showing through instead of stark white, which causes more of an issue. Normally I don't like blending metallics because I find that they lose their metallic shine, which is kind of a bummer when you want it to be shiny. Another thing with metallics I found is when you do color with them, remember to go all in the same direction when you finish things up. Like when you're all done and you're polishing it up a little bit, make sure that you go in color in the same direction. Otherwise you're going to end up with weird little lines in your metallic because the pencil's moving that pigment and moving the mica powder in the pencil. But from what I can see so far, both with the swatching and this wonderful little picture here, these are fantastic. They were quite inexpensive. Let me see. Let me grab, well, if I can grab it. Where? Oh dear. I've moved things around and it's, there it is. No, no, that's not right. Hold on a sec. I gotta put that back. There we go. So I'm going to go to Amazon. And I'll let you know if those are back available. So the macarons were $30. Their shipping was almost $14. They are currently in stock, it says. So they are available now, which is great. So they're currently in stock, delivery by June 19th, which is fantastic because yesterday they were not. And the creatives are $24.54. So they're about $25 a set. And then you've got about $13 shipping. Now, because I ordered both sets at the same time, I didn't get charged double for shipping. They only charged me for the one shipping fee. So if you are going to buy both, I would definitely suggest that you, yeah, see, they only put $13 shipping, which is the basics shipping fee. So if you're going to order both, make sure you order them at the same time, otherwise you're going to be paying extra for shipping. I will, of course, leave the links to these wonderful pencils in the About section below, as well as links to their website and other things such as that. There's our wonderful little picture. And of course, it's a little dark in here because I've got all the blinds and everything closed so that the sun doesn't beat me up. But I think it did very, very nicely for a budget-friendly set of pencils. Now, there is only 60 pencils for $25, and then, well, basically $40 because of shipping and handling. And this one here is only 36, but altogether is a 72 set. And like I said, it's about $65 for both sets and shipping, and that includes your shipping and handling, which isn't too bad. It's not too bad at all. I was going to compare the squares to the Marco squares, and it's not really an easy proper comparison because I know that the Marco Renoirs are an oil-based pencil, as well as the fact that they only have 24 colors where this has 36 colors. So I don't think they are a white labeling of the Marcos. I think they are their own entity. With all of that information, I hope that you are able to make a informed decision on these pencils. Personally, I think they're really close, like really, really close to the smoothness and the softness, the smooshiness of Prismas. And oh yeah, I was going to show you. Look at this. This is the pencil sharpener that it comes with. It's a metal sharpener. I thought it was just one of those thin plastic ones. And it's a metal sharpener. And it fits my hand really, really nicely. And I was actually able to sharpen a pencil with it without breaking it. So, you know, which for me is amazing. Look how well that goes through. It sharpens beautifully. And for me to like a hand sharpener is amazing in itself. But it's a nice little sharpener and it sharpens very, very nicely. And for me to say that, it's got to be a nice sharpener because I really hate those little tiny sharpeners. All right, guys, I would like to say thank you very much for watching, and of course, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please hit the like button below. It does help me out quite a bit in whether or not YouTube sends people to watch my videos. Of course, all of the links will be my affiliate links because I am an Amazon affiliate. I do get paid for every purchase you make through my affiliate link. I am now monetized, so you will also see more commercials up on my channel. And of course, they don't cost you anything except your time. If you watch them for, I think it's 30 seconds of a long one and 20 seconds of a short one or something like that. If you watch the whole thing, that's even better. If you click on, any of their advertisements and purchase anything through their advertisements, that's even better. So if you see something, I'm not saying whatsoever, buy things that you don't need or want. Never, ever do that. But if you see something that, piques your interest, make sure you hit the link while you're here. That's all. Of course, all of these things are voluntary. They are not necessary to see any of my videos, and that sort of thing. I don't want to make that a mandatory thing, of course, because that's just rude, and I would never do that. I'm here to have fun with all of you and play with pencils. Of course, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. So what I mean by comment is leave me a comment if you enjoy the video. Let me know things that you want to see. If there are different products that I have not reviewed or that sort of thing, let me know what it is and where to find it and that sort of thing if you want it reviewed. It's very possible that I may already have it and I just haven't gotten to reviewing it yet. Or I've had it before I started the channel and it just hasn't reached that point with my Collection Mania Monday. So just leave me a comment on what you want to see and that sort of thing, and I will either respond with it shortly or as soon as I'm able to get them in or that sort of thing. What else was I going to tell you about? Other than that, we've got one more video to go, so I hope you're all ready for it. Of course, remember to relax, color, and stay safe, guys. You have a fantastic day and enjoy the videos. Bye-bye for now.